Here at the UA Game Social Media Lounge with the Black Team head coach, Herman Edwards. Back for more, back for your second season as head coach.
Yeah, and really enjoyed last year being around these young, talented players. Obviously, we know that they're going to become Division I players. Some of them will go on, obviously, and have NFL careers. But what you like about them is this, is that they're eager to learn, very talented, raw guys. You can see that a lot of these kids that have an upside. They will go on to major universities to become very good football players.
Now, what you've seen in the first 2 days you've been here, and you've been involved in all the positions, the player that really stands out to you above all is?
Robert Kandichi, yes. He's a talented kid. What I like about him is this. He's a hard-working guy. He understands the preparation phase of how to get ready to prepare to play football. Very powerful. Come off the ball, he's an end. He hasn't committed yet, obviously. Good athlete. Asks really good questions. That's what I like about young kids, when they ask questions about why we're asking them to do something, or if something comes along in a practice, they ask questions. And he's going to be a tremendous football player. Whoever gets this guy is going to get a really good player.
Now you have these young athletes for 4 or 5 days, not a long period of time. What do you hope to get across to them on the field? We'll talk about off the field in a second, but what do you hope to get across to them on the field during your teachers with you and your staff?
Well, I think the thing that I told them was this: at the next level, the thing you have to really understand is this. First of all, you got to be on time for everything. You have to be coachable and also available. Because at the next level, you're not going to be the most talented guy. There's going to be guys obviously a little older than you. You're going to be like the freshman in high school, and when you go to college. So you have to be able to work, and you have to be coachable in this sense. You're not going to get coached maybe the same way you were in high school. If you're the star in high school, and sometimes, like in life, we treat everyone fair, but we don't treat everyone the same. When you get to the college campus, there's going to be a different coach hollering at you. It's going to be a very competitive atmosphere inside the group, inside your own group, not the opponent so much, but the group.
And when you say on time, you mean 5 minutes early, of course.
Well, I just mean you're never late. You should never be late. Because football is unique in this sense. When you're late, you hold up 53 guys, 60 guys, 80 guys. You're not important. You're not more important than a football team. And so that's what you got to realize. And when you're not on time, it sends a message to coaches and to players. Can we trust this guy? Because I believe this: if you're not on time for what you truly love to do, if this is supposed to be your passion, football, you need passion to play it, then really what you're saying is that, you know what, it's not the most important thing to do. And it should be, because this is what you love doing. This is your talent. And you hold up a lot of people waiting on you, and that tells me this: there'll be times in the game when you make errors, and now I can't trust you because you're not on time. You're not accountable. You have to be accountable to everyone on the football team. It's not about you so much. It's your accountability with your teammates.
Now, getting to some off-the-field things. I know you're big guest pretty much every year at the Rookie Synopsis for the NFL. You have a chance to talk to these players all together at one time earlier during the week. What do you like to get across them about their off-the-field decisions, and what really what separates them now from being amateurs and what they do to become professionals? And a lot of it has to do with their off-the-field decisions.
Well, it does, and I tell them this: we're born males, but we got to choose to be men. And when you choose to be a man, there's accountability. What you do not only on the field, but also off the field, really kind of tells people really who you are. And you have to realize, when you play this game of football, especially at the professional level, it's not a hobby. It's your occupation. It's how you make a living. And when you do things that are not in the right manner, in other words, you put yourself in a bad light, but you also put that organization into a bad light, as well as your parents. And I think that's something we have to realize, that whether you like it or not, you are a role model. That becomes part of the process, not only on the field, but even more off the field.
Now, you've coached here for the last 2 years. I've seen you. I remember you worked with your high school during a week a couple of years ago with ESPN. You're wonderful on TV. You're passionate out there in the field. Do you have the itch to get back in the game full time? There's a lot of job openings right now.
There's always a lot of job openings in the National Football League as well as college, and obviously they've called at times. And I'm really focused in on ESPN and working as an analyst. I enjoy what I do. I have 2 little girls now, 6 and 7. I want to raise my family. I want to be around my children, you know, and this job provides me that. But it also provides me the ability to have a platform to talk about football. Something I told these young players here in our first meeting was that we're all keepers of this game. How we play it, how we coach it. We got to make sure after we've played the game, whenever it ends for us, did we make the game better? That's a part of your legacy as a football player and as a coach. Did you make the game better? It's not so much what the game will give you. What are you going to give back to the game?
Well, we're glad to have you at ESPN. And come Friday, I'm assuming you're going to be playing to win.
Always. That's the hello part, yes. We're going to play to win.
Thanks as always, Coach Herman Edwards. Appreciate it.
Good seeing you.